into.
Hello. Very good morning to all of you. I'm so glad to see all of you on this beautiful Sunday day. I can see a lot of old people are there. Shujan is here. Shilpa is here. Um, and then there Apurva is here. And then there are some of you have come here for the first time. Quickly comment in new if this is the first time you are taking an art class with Soulflow. Comment in old if you have been to our classes before. A very warm welcome to this best Sunday of this year. Superb. Yes, so we have a healthy mix of both of them. Let me introduce myself. I am Sanchari. I am the co-founder of Soulflow. And before your teacher, before Niranjan comes in, joins in and teaches you a beautiful work of art, I wanted you to welcome into this art party that we are having here. Why we call it an art party is because the entire focus on this party is going to be about making you feel like you are completely de-stressed, you are in a chill mode, and to give back you the confidence. Only 100 days are less than 100 days are left for this new year, for this year to end. I want to ask all of you, how many of you started this year 2023 thinking, I will do more art. I will pakka. This is the year I'm going to learn art and practice. This is the year I'm going to practice more. How many of you had made this? All of us do. One of the most common, resolutions is one is about I will lose weight, I will go to gym. The second is this only. I will be more consistent with my skill. I will be more practicing there. But very few of us are able to get through. Life just gets in the way, right? So this is what we are going to make you today. Before this year ends, you are going to end up with a beautiful hobby, an extremely beautiful sketchbook. It's going to be an amazing adventure. So for the new ones who have joined in, let me tell you a couple of rules. First rule is everybody will have to turn on your cameras. This is absolutely mandatory because only when the teacher looks at the students can he understand what is going on, how are the children people getting it. And many times he'll ask you to raise your hand or ask a question. Turn on your cameras. Okay. The second step is please get a glass of water, a bottle of water. If you don't have one, get up, go and bring. Show me you have a glass of water with you. Beautiful. You have a bottle ready with you. Okay. Third thing, Niranjan will tell you a little more about pens and notebooks, but you need a notebook, any notebook. A pencil, standard HB, any pencil that you need. And pens. Pen also, any pen will do. Gel pen is preferable. The best pen is fine liners, but don't get involved in that. Any pen will do. The art does not need your pen. Art needs you. Okay? So comment in if you have all the three with you. You have a water bottle, you have a sketchbook, and you have a pen with you. Comment in 3 if you have all these 3 things. Okay. Chalo, materials you all have. Now let's do the vibe check. I want to understand how is your vibe today? How's the Josh? Quickly comment in X if you are excited to go. Niranjan manifests when there is good energy around, when there is an excited energy around. So if you are not excited enough, if you are not, thrilled enough, This won't happen. So get excited, guys. Today we have something very beautiful to draw. I'll get there. So get excited because it's going to be the best Sunday you've had in a while. We are all in this party today. So I see a lot of new ones have also joined us. So a very warm welcome to all of you. Me, I am Sanchari. I'm the co-founder of Soulflow. Along with is Niranjan, who will be your art instructor. We are two people who fell in love with art and each other. And we realized that the one absolute way to change the world, to make it a happier, brighter place was through art. How many of you believe that art gives you happiness? Or rather, tell me, what does art bring to you? Does it bring to you joy, confidence, love, passion? What does art mean to you? One word only. So it is for us. Whenever people ask that how you were such different people and then you evolved and you started all of this, art brought us together. You have Aditi here, you have Neelam here, all of our old students are there. They know that we met because of art and it has become our life's mission to take this art from this screen to your screen in your household. So I won't talk much about our story. You'll hear about it in the end. But bottom line is, everything that we found in our life was because of art, whether be it each other, this company, 15,000 plus students. So this is our token of gratitude for all of you and our expression of art. So that is the concept of Zen Gym. Art is just one of the pillars. We use this, it is like a gym for your brain muscles. So there is meditation, time management, finance, yoga, large part of it. But at the core of it, our DNA is art. And that is why today we are going to take you towards this and also show it to you that art is not just very fun to do, it's a form of meditation and it's a form of confidence. Look at these guys. These are people who completely joined in as a beginner and were able to discover a grand life for them. Isn't it wonderful? And the kind of confidence that you have when you do this. So quickly, let me take, how many of you think you cannot draw? Comment in I if you are like, I have tried, but it's never worked out very well for me. I mean, I draw sometimes and there, here and there, but I don't think I can draw very well. How many of you are there? I don't think. And I hope there are no old students saying this because by this time you know that Niranjan can make anyone draw. Don't worry, I'll ask you this at the end of this class also. Absolutely anybody can draw. A, B, C, D. So let's start drawing. So this is also an introduction to an international art challenge called the Inktober, which starts in October. How many of you know about Inktober, comment in ink or have participated? So there's an introduction as well. In that challenge, people are encouraged to, and I will tell you more on the go, are encouraged to draw for 31 days consistently and they're given words or prompts. So based on that itself, we have two wonderful drawings today, Dream and Castle. And oh, many of you are already in October, lovely. So let's go and discover how many of you are excited to know what we are drawing today. Me, comment in, smash it. Otherwise, without energy, Niranjan won't manifest. So get in there, lovely. So we are going to draw a space boy or a hut. Wow. So I've launched a poll. It must be on your screens. Let's see what are you guys in a mood to draw today. Quickly, 50-50 is what is happening. Either you want to draw a beautiful castle, which will take you to another universe, which will get you there, or you want to go to a space with Space Boy. What do you want to draw? Today morning I was asking Niranjan, what do you want to draw? Which one is your favorite? He said that whether be in a dream castle or whether go to space, it's the experience that will be the most fun. Don't think which is easier, which is tougher. Don't go with that. Both of them are same levels. Okay, quickly, one more minute I'm giving you. Have a sip of water. See, in this session, we take hydration very seriously. Those who are new at the first time, hydration is a very big thing. So have a sip of water. Okay, we have enough votes. All right. The winner is, let me share the results with you. Superb. This dream castle, which according to me looks like the one from Tangled, if you have seen the Disney movie. So this is what we are going to draw. Okay. Now, how will you draw? You will have to trust yourself. You will have to build in itself that there is something inside you and you are going to get it there. So I want you to quickly set intentions for this workshop. Put your palms on the middle of your chest and say to yourself, I am going to discover a new version of me today. I'm going to have fun. I am going to think that I have created something beautiful. I'm going to have fun, a lot of fun, and not worry about the destination. I am here to learn. Okay, so I have this, set this intention, and with that intention, let me welcome to you Niranjan. Niranjan is a self-taught college dropout, while I am somebody who is a postgraduate from IIM and ISEC Paris. Niranjan dropped out of college because his deep love for art. He decided, and when he started drawing, he realized that there was nothing on online on media that simplified it, and there was just so much option. How many of you have gone to YouTube, tried to look for a tutorial, but got very frustrated? There's just so much what to draw from, where to start from. Yes, it happens to me a lot. I am a digital artist and I was thinking, let me learn this. But when I go to YouTube, there is just so much option. I get confused what to do. So Niranjan decided to do the hard part. He watched many videos, read many books, and out of them composed methods that simplified many things. Me and Niranjan also met in a workshop like this, only art workshop, where he helped me draw and he also helped me get back my memory. I was going through a lot of COVID brain fog and he helped me bring back my memory. And since then, I joined this and I decided to take this love of art, this simplification of art, this beauty of art to each one of you. So with this very rare offering, Niranjan is, I know how busy he has been these weeks, but he's organized this very special de-stress party. A very warm welcome to Niranjan. Come on back.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much, Sansari. Thank you so much for the amazing introduction. Thank you so much. It always feels good, that there's art workshop. In fact, when now that how many of you are part of the alumni week challenge? We're having sessions on nutrition, sleep, right? I can see so many of you. So, but everything, it all started with me teaching art to 6 people, 3 people whom I taught for free. And it all started from there. No matter how much I do, how long I keep doing this, it never, ever, ever gets old. So on special request, here we are holding a special art for de-stress session. Here, this session is absolutely beginner friendly. You need not have any prior experience, whether you're an old student. So in the starting, we asked whether you're an old student, whether you're new. You need not any prior experience. All you need to do is just trust the process and log in. So I just want to
In fact, it's good if you are a complete beginner and you have never drawn, because otherwise you will have to unlearn. In our classes, so many people come with a lot with a very
rigid observations.
We are
Have this
right from how to hold a pencil to how to draw. Lot of new concepts will come here, so you are in the right place.
Absolutely. So I just want to confirm. Can you see the screen? Okay, it's a little ulta.
Upside down castle.
All right. How many of you can see the drawing screen clearly? Yes. Brilliant. You can all see it clearly. Now, okay, can you all hear me clearly? Is the audio clear? Just want to confirm that the basics are all set. Audio, video, please.
Just 1 second. Please put this in speaker mode and not on gallery mode. You'll otherwise see it as a small icon.
Small icon.
The picture has also been shared on the WhatsApp group.
Absolutely. The image has already been shared, right? Sincerely, can you please drop it in all the groups? Okay, so the reference picture will be shared in all the groups and we'll do. So now for the drawing part, you will constantly be seeing the reference like this. I'll be showing as and when necessary. I'll be shifting. I'll be focusing more on this. Yeah, I'll just share it. Share the pictures.
And if you're not feeling confident, you can't draw this. I can tell you at the end of this workshop, you'll be able to draw the second one as well.
You will have that confidence. It is actually the fundamentals are, once you understand the fundamentals, it's going to be easy. Okay. Super. I can see many of our platinum members are here. So good to see you, Pallavi. Good to see you, Kavita. So many of you here. So now here, you'll be seeing the reference picture like this. So from time to time, you can shift. If you want to go a little more deeper, the image has been shared in the WhatsApp group and you can open it and you can keep it, if you want to go a little more deeper into it.
Just 1 minute. Some of them are not in the groups. So I'll just share the screen with you. You take a screenshot of it right now.
Okay.
Of this image. You guys can take a screenshot or a drawing. Otherwise, don't bother because Niranjan will be showing the picture during the entire thing. But in case you want to see this, please take a screenshot.
You can take a screenshot, yes. Done? Yes, I'll count till 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done? Super. Okay, so you'll continually be seeing the pictures and please don't ask me, sir, can you, like zoom in, can you zoom out? That will always be in control by me. And another very important thing is that don't jump the gun. As I say, please follow the instructions. You will keep learning a lot of new things. There's going to be a lot of wow moments for you. When we start, I'll first start by teaching you how to observe a picture, how to break it down to its basics. And then we'll start drawing first with the pencil. And then after we draw with the pencil, only in the later part is inking going to come. And then finally we can erase it up. So the very first thing is that please keep a pencil. I hope all of you have a pencil. Don't first start by drawing with pen. Common mistake. If you are drawing with pen in the beginning, you already lost even before you began. Okay. Great. Amazing. Okay. So here you can see the picture here. Let me just open that in a bigger window. Okay. Do you see the picture here? Now here, I know the pictures at the bottom are a little distracting, but that's, you just need to pay attention to this. Now here, when you observe this, okay, let me show it highlighted in red. When you look at it, you can see that you can divide the picture into 2 equal halves easily. So if you look at it this way, the left side and the right side looks more or less similar. More or less similar with few differences. This principle is called symmetry. So when we are making a drawing, we are going to take advantage of these fundamentals. We're going to take advantage of symmetry. So first we'll be having to draw guidelines like I asked you. Then the next thing is that you can see the picture can be divided basically into 3 parts. The first part with the moon, the cloud. The second part with the top of the tower. The third part with the middle of the tower. And the bottom part with the ground. How many of you see that? How many of you can see that these 4 parts are more or less equal? not exact, might not be exactly equal, but more or less equal. Yes, comment in S if you see that. You can see that there is a part division. So yes. So what I'm basically telling you is that yes, we'll go through it. What I'm basically telling you is that the very first step is I want you to observe what is it that you're creating. Once you observe, you will be able to deduce clues like this, which you can use to set guidelines. And within those guidelines, you can make every other part. Another observation, okay, that I'm going to tell you. Please have a look at this. If I drew vertical lines like this, you can also divide this into a left side with the wings that's floating up, the center portion with mostly consists of the tower, and the right side where you still have these vines growing upwards. If you look at it this way also, you can see that it can be divided this way. See, if this system looks complex to you, don't worry about it. As you draw it, you're going to have extreme clarity over it. So firstly, I want you to just keep open your sketchbook, and in the sketchbook, I want you to divide divide the drawing like how I'm doing it right now. Firstly, okay. Firstly, you can open the book, and in this, by the center, almost by the center, you see that almost by the center, I want you to draw a vertical line. Now this vertical line, you can use a scale, you can use a postcard. This is our wonder postcard, wonder routine postcard. You can use that to even make lines like this, or you can use another pencil or a scale, anything. See, the point is just draw a vertical line which has to be at the center. The reason why we're doing this is, again, like I said, we already observed that there is a symmetry. So we're just taking advantage of that. So by drawing it, we'll be seeing that the left and the right sides are equal. And in that way, we'll be able to get clarity. All right. Step number one. The second observation that we made is that when you look at it vertically, you can see it into four parts, correct? Four parts. First part with the cloud, second part at the top of the tower. You see this? Third part with the wings and this coming. Then the fourth part at the base. Yes. So here what I want you to do is that I hope you're all able to follow. Yes. If you want me to explain one part again, feel free to ask. Okay. So here the interesting thing is that I have the book, but I might not want to use the entire book. Maybe some of you might want to do a margin. Maybe some of you might want to leave a little bit of space on the top and bottom. So the very first thing is if you're drawing any margin, you can first initially just draw the margin right away. Okay, just draw the margin 1 centimeter margin, half centimeter margin. If you want to create a border, you can do that right away. So this will just limit the size of the canvas you're drawing. I wanted to just get that clear upfront so that then this confusion never arises. So you just make the margin really quickly. And here, now I want you to pay attention that this space, see, can you see the entire book, including the margin? This space in between the margin, this is where you're going to basically make the drawing. So this region, I want you to divide this region into 4 halves. How much half? 4 half. Okay. So for this, once again, you can use a scale, or don't worry if you don't have a scale. What I want you to do is that I just want you to mark a point approximately. Okay. Just mark somewhere approximately. Measure, use your pencil. You can pinch it like this. From this end to the line, I just want you to measure. Number one. And then you can simply place the pencil once again here. Now you see both of this is matching. If by chance you're placing like this and they are not reaching, that means this side is too short. See, if this is overreaching, that means the top is too long. So like that, you can balance it out and you can create equal. Please note, I'll be making some minute changes from the original drawing. The reason solely being that I want to simplify it. I want to get rid of the complexities and keep the essence there. Okay, so the same procedure you can do to divide this portion also. So I just make an approximate mark here. And then you can simply measure, see, hold, pinch your pencil and see. Okay, see, this is overreaching. That means this is too long.
During this session, no matter if you have joined before or first time joining it, you are going to learn a lot of techniques. And when that technique hits you and you're like, okay, this I did not know before. Wow, this is such a cool moment. I want you to comment in wow and to make note. For example, currently this method that Niranjan is teaching you where you don't need a scale, where you have to be,
no need of centimeter grids.
No measuring. Many of you, I've seen YouTube videos where they teach grid method to draw or something of that. This is called thinking with your pencil. It's a great exercise for your brain also to be able to visualize and put it on paper without a grid. So whenever you turn techniques like this, you learn something new. Do comment in wow, because at the end of the class, we are going to teach you what are the things you learned. Okay. So let's go. I love this thinking with pencil method. Very few tutorials or classes I've joined in about this.
Thinking with pencil. Yes. Thank you so much, Sari, for coming in and dropping your inputs. So here, see, you can actually divide like this. See, in fact, Sansari has been my best student so far. She in fact joined my whole life. So here, you can divide like this and you can see this, okay? And the same thing you do for this bottom side also. So now the margin is ready, this is left, and we can just do it. Okay, done. So once you have divided this into 4 parts, comment in 4. And also please note that this is an area where you can actually bring in more changes onto yourself. If you are someone who are imaginative, if you're someone who is creative and wants to go, this is a stage you can actually visualize and you can put on the things. Like, you can for a moment close your eyes and see if you want to bring any changes. Maybe you want to change the shape of this. Maybe you want to make it longer. Maybe you want to add additional 2 levels to this. Any changes that you want to do, this is a phase you can actually implement it right away.
If you are as imaginative as me, you would already have made a story about this house. Who lives in this castle? Is it a good castle? Is it a bad castle? Haunted? You might have given a name to it. Go wild with these ideas, guys. Your castle, and how many people are here today? 173 people are here today. Each one of them is different. Each of these castles you make in each other. Use your creativity, use your imagination. Build this beautiful story around it.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me? Super. Now here, after making this division, next what I want you to do is, I want you to, let's start from one place here. See, we divided this into these 4 parts. So the first part here has the moon and this. Now is the time, you can actually start bringing in some details and everything. What happens here is that it looks like an octopus swallowing a castle. Yes, the parts division. See, Prachi, notice that this thing. How did I come with the division? Is that every drawing has a grid and an organizational structure. So here, if you look at it in this way, you can see that the bottom part has the stones or this clouds. Then you can see that until a certain point, you have this wing octopus, this hands coming. Then after a certain point, you have an area which is the building and the tower. Then after a certain point, you have the moon coming in. So for every drawing, it is different. I'm not saying that this is the way every picture is, but there is an organization structure for every picture, and that how to understand it for everything, that you get to more and more practice. I hope I made myself clear. Now here, a lot of time what happens is that we neither look at the grid structure, we just look at the details and we start doing. Like, it's, we start looking at what's most complex, we start making, we don't get it, and we start complaining I can't draw. But instead, what I am telling you is look at the big picture, divide it into parts, go from the biggest to the smallest detail. Now here, when you look at these, what are the big shapes you see? Let me help you get clarity. Do you see that on this here? This is more or less like a hemisphere, like this.
a half circle, that shape here. Okay, yes, comment in S if you can see the shapes that I'm helping you identify in this. This is one, right? Do you see that this castle is more or less a rectangle? Building portion of the castle is a rectangle. Yes. Okay. Do you see that the top of the castle is basically a triangle? Yes. And the background, needless to say, is a circle. Correct? And of course, these things are just like this. You can see one of them is like an inverted C, another is like an inverted S. This is a C, one more C and an S we have. Do you see this? So if you start looking at it this way, it becomes very easy. Now you might argue with me that, hey, I have never drawn in my life, I cannot do it, this is too tough for me. But you cannot argue with me that I cannot draw a half circle, I cannot draw a rectangle, I cannot draw a triangle. You can do all that, right? So here I want you to follow me now, and I want you to start making these shapes as you see it. So at the bottom, let's start with the half circle. Start with the half circle. See, notice how I'm holding the pencil. I'm holding it very light. I don't want you to press the pencil. See, if you press the pencil, it's almost like you're etching it and it becomes, more permanent. And when it is permanent, there'll be too much resistance to correct it or erase it. And you also restrict your movement. I want you to hold it light. Maybe you can hold it 2 fingers if you want. And as much as possible, okay, please pay very close attention. Just stop drawing and please pay close attention. I've noticed from my experience that so many of you, when I ask you to make a shape, you will tend to do like this. Correct? How many of you, this is the way that you do? But instead, I want you to just make long continuous shapes. Now, if it goes, maybe the angle will be a little off, you're not getting it right. Over that, do again. Then again. 2-3 times if you make, you'll get it. But please don't do this. Yes. More smooth, more continuous movement. For example, if I ask you to draw a triangle, I mean, not a triangle, rectangle, not this, but instead, line number 1, line number 2, line number 3, line number 4. Now, this is not a perfect triangle. I mean, it's not a perfect rectangle. I'm losing my comprehension of basic shapes. Do I have Alzheimer's? So here, this is not a perfect rectangle, but still you can see that this is a rectangle. And that's exactly what we are trying to get here. Your imperfections is what makes your drawing humane. AI can generate art, but what it cannot get are these beautiful imperfections. So here, it's okay, embrace your imperfections and see them as your uniqueness. At the end of the day, nobody here is perfect. And if nobody is perfect, then there is no question of anybody being imperfect. All right. So here I want you to make this continuous shape number 1. Yes. But see here, you can only say hold something, say something is imperfect when you have something called perfect. If there is no such concept as perfect, then there is nothing as imperfect as well, right? So here, I want you to just make this rectangle. All we can do is keep on striving to improve, constantly strive to improve, and keep on making it better and better every day. See, my lines are not all perfect. It's sketchy. And that's the way it is supposed to be. But don't do this. You can do more and continuous. If you hold the pencil a little further away, you will see that your hands will also move a little more smoothly. If you hold it like this on the edge, your movement is going to be very restricted. Hold the pencil a little away, you will see that there is more space for it to move. Yes, you can draw from bottom to up to bottom, the way you want to do. You might be a left-hander, you might be a right-hander. You can rotate your book if that's what you want. That's all right. Okay. Now that I have this on the top, I have this triangular shape that I want to get. So I'm just starting from this here and I'm just making this little extra lengthy. Okay, I'm making it extra lengthy. Because if I just stopped it here, I don't like the way it looked. So from here I'm starting and I'm forming a one line here, another line number two, and once again from this, see, you might sometimes find the need to turn the book slightly. Please do it. So here again, you can do this. Now, if you notice this, something is off in this. Can you all comment in? What is the problem with this? Yes? What is it? Can you all notice? Lines are not, what is it? What is it that I want you to, lines are not meeting, not symmetric. Yes, not symmetrical. You notice? Here, I made this deliberately now to show you this is a common error that you might be having. So, maybe for you, the left side and the right sides are not symmetrical. Maybe for you, in this rectangle itself, the left side or the right, one of these sides might be more bigger. Or maybe for this, one might be up, one might be down. Whatever it is at this stage, you have to correct and check the symmetry of it. If you feel like by making the roof a little more wider, my drawing is going to be more beautiful, then you can do that, but make it same for both sides. If you want to make it slender, make it same for both sides. So now I just want you to correct it and check and bring any corrections that we might have. One powerful method you can use here is, again, using your pencil like this, you can pinch and you can check. See, from this very edge to the center, I have this. And from the center to the very edge, I'm placing this here. Okay. You can let the lines touch each other and maybe extend a little far this also. Like when you're drawing, if you want to meet two sides, you can actually let them cross. That actually looks good. You can correct, you can refine on this and this, and you have this shape. Okay, done. Comment in DONE, done. If you've done this, see here, you will notice that this is coming a little down. It's all part of the drawing. I'm not restricting it on the 1/4. This is the first part, this is the second part, this is the third part, this is the fourth part. This is extending a little on the second part also. I wanted it that way. Okay, you have this shape. So you'll see most of the drawing is already done there. Now I just want to add some more shapes to it. So, there is a side. So I'll just create this line that's going up here. See, one of it. Before, in fact, making the entire drawing, you can just make the shapes like this as single threads. See, just make it as single threads like this. Here. Just move it around a little more. See, I'm not restricting it here. I'm actually moving it around here and here. And then you can add thickness to it. See, once you have the shape, just make it a little more thicker at the bottom. See that? You can make it thicker by extending one side or the other. There. There you go. I made it thicker and I have these shapes. Okay. Yes, completed. Because now once you finish this, I'll wait for you. I'll wait for a couple of minutes for you. Because once you complete this, next you're going to move on to the smaller shapes. See, notice here, what are the smaller shapes you're seeing, okay? As you work on this, I'll just quickly explain to you, identify the smaller shapes. Do you notice? I'll draw it on a parallel piece of paper. You don't have to draw anything. Now just pay attention, just pay close attention. Here, we started, okay, I'm talking about the bottom. We started with this large shape. I asked you to do this. But do you notice how inside this you can see these smaller circles? See, don't think about the, go too much depth into details. Do you notice that if I just drew a few more half circles like this, I will more or less be forming it. It's something like a brain, a combination of clouds or foam forming. I can create that just by making a lot of small circles inside this. Half circles, yes. This is one smaller shapes. Number two is that, do you notice how in this tower, this is the rectangular tower, do you notice how there is a top shape, there is a top floor, there is a bottom shaft, how inside this there are a few rectangles that could form windows. Do you see that? Inside this, right? There are also some small shapes on the sides which I can add in if I want to. And do you notice how this rectangle that we had made is actually one triangle? The shape, this top that we have made is in fact one triangle. See, if you actually divided it like this as three triangles, it's almost like the bottom, the middle portion, someone has cut that off and instead replaced it with this. You see that? Here, let me just explain that to you once again. There is a triangle. If you divide it into three parts like this, you will see that this shape resembles someone cutting off the middle part and replacing it with the shaft. Do you see that? Now, can anyone tell me that this is hard? It's easy, right? Super easy, right? Comment in EC if you think this is easy. And now you can do all this. In fact, at this stage, if I want, I can stop instruction and I can tell that, okay, now you do it. It's that easy. I can just point out. But of course, I don't want you to leave you in the dark like this. We'll, of course, be going ahead. But step by step, I want you to, more than simply coming here with the intention that I just want to draw something and leaving, observe how I am breaking down a complex shape into simplistic parts, because this observation skill, these tools and these techniques are in fact your biggest takeaways from this workshop. Okay, so let's go. I am starting here with this. Okay, so I'll start from the bottom here. You can make these shapes in the manner that you like. See, one I'm making it here. The thing is, don't keep it monotonous. Okay, please don't keep it monotonous. Keep some of them small. See here, this is little small here. This is large. Another one, this is huge. Here also, little bit of combination of small and big. Here again, little bit of small and big. The thing is, you need to bring in a little bit of randomness into it. Don't be so set that I'll make everything the same. Make it a little random. If if you're finding this difficult, what I will advise you is to not look at the reference only and just make the way that you want to make. Just imagine you got a paper and I asked you to make the shape in whatever form you wanted to make. Don't do it. There are going to be two kinds of people here. One person is going to be someone who's going to make everything regular shape. Second kind of person is someone who's going to, make it so chaotic that nothing seems to just fit in. So notice that there is a shape and inside that I'm adding some smaller shapes to help me get this. So I can even let this come out this way. bit of this coming out, and eventually you can add the bottom, and there you go. Now I have the smaller shape. This is your part number 1. I want you to comment in 1 if you have completed the first part of the drawing. 1. Yes. I want to see more. I can see that there are 177 participants here apart from me and my phone. So all 177 of you. 1. Yes. Not yet. That's exactly why I am waiting for you. So please use this time and complete it. Okay. Done. Happy? Okay. So now I'm going to move on to the second part of this, which is mostly the wine. So here the shape, it's already drawn. There is hardly anything to be done to it. But yet if you feel like you can correct some of these shapes, and just make some more out of this, you can do them now. For example, here I'm making the base little more wider. See, for a lot of you, these are going to be some of the common errors that you're going to see. Number 1 is your wine is going to be same. The beauty of this is when the base is thick and the top gets thinner. It's like the beanstalk from Jack and the Beanstalk. How many of you heard the story Jack and the Beanstalk? So here you can make them wide and little thin on the top. Add to it this twisting shape and this is going to look great. So try to bring out this difference as much as possible. I'm just going to correct on these things here, just bringing out that thickness and that bit. So here, this one, this wine here, it's going a little more. So I'm adding some more length into it, making it fancy. See, you can really work on these curves. If you're adding too many pencil lines and it looks too messy, then this is the time you can also darken some portions. So you know that this is what you're going to draw. Basically, don't press the pencil too much, but start by with a light line, which you're eventually going to darken. See? Start with a light line, which you're eventually going to darken. Okay? Done? This is part number 2. And now you know what to do. Once you did it, comment in 2. Part number 2, once you have this set. Now, if you're not done part number 1, you can correct it. Utilize this time on correcting completion, but stay with me. Part number 3 is where majority of work is going to have to be done. But don't worry, we are going to do it together. Most of the drawings can be divided into 4-step process. 4 steps. In fact, most things that we do can be divided to a 4-step process. Starting with analyzing. Second will be setting the foundations. Third will be working on the easier tasks. And final will be adding in the detailings. Almost everything that you want. If your goal is to get fit, start by analyzing your current state. Number 2, get the basics right. Eat on time, sleep on time. Start making time for exercising regularly. Step number 3 is when you hire a personal coach, a trainer, or you start fixing a program for you. Step number final is when you're taking more detailed help to help you achieve those very personal and specialized goals. Okay. So now that I have this, I'm going to do the third part. So for this, you can see that I have this rectangular shaft, some portion of which is covered by the triangular drawing. I want you to focus on this portion. This is where I'm going to make it. So here you have this rectangular shaft. What I want you to do is that this portion, see, when we started the drawing itself, I asked you to divide it into 4 parts. First part, second part, and then there is the third part. So third part is where the wine is coming. You will see there is a division on this naturally that's coming on this. The size of the paper I'm using is the size of my palm. It is less than A5. It is in fact smaller than A5. I chose it right because I could actually keep the picture reference picture by the side, and it will actually fit within a page. Third part of art will be sitting the smaller steps. So here in this one, if you already don't have this division, what I want you to do is that you can divide this. See, here I already have this tower. I'm just making a square division on one of these portions, and in order to just get that little bit of extra beauty, I can make it slightly thin. Make it slightly thin, and you're going to get that little additional beauty over this. So the overall shape is going to look like this. See, a little bit of square top. Please check the symmetry. If it's not coming out, if it's not coming symmetrical, this is the time you can always arrange it. Okay, so Abhi, see, there are 4. The thing is that I'm using a lot of technique of division and breaking down. Here, the 4 parts of the drawing is the sky, the center shaft, third is the wine with the bottom shaft, fourth will be the base. The 4 steps to drawing is: number 1, analyze drawing guidelines like we did. Number 2 will be drawing the basic shapes like the half circle, rectangle, triangle that we did. Step number 3 is what we're doing, adding in the smaller shapes. Step number 4 is when we're going to ink and detail and work on the finishing touches. Okay. After you complete this, I'm going to have a look at your drawing, give you feedback. So don't worry about that. But right now, I hope you're all able to follow along. So now here, you can see this division here, the square division, this rectangle. You can see this, right? So you can in fact add this level here, just make it clearer. If it's not symmetric, please adjust the drawing, make it symmetric. You can work on all of that. Okay. You can just see that. Just make a small rectangle like this. In between also, you can just make a small rectangle below this. This will be this portion. And in the center, I also want to add windows. So here, you want to pick the center line of this tower, okay? Pick the center line of this tower. That is in fact the line that you had first drawn. Yes? Please comment in yes or no. Do you remember the very first line that we did? That is the center of the tower. Yes, just comment in S. You don't have to do Y-E-S. S, that's just quick. Okay, S. I'll be constantly asking you to type in the chat box. So here, so you can use this as the organization structure for your window. See, notice in this, I'm just adding a window. Here, I'm drawing the same shape of the window that I see in the reference. If you want, you can change the shape a little. You can make it circular if you want. You can make it rectangular or simple triangular. I'm making it just like how I see it, a combination of a rectangle and a triangle. Because you can always achieve a flow, Tejaswini. I want you to constantly make that shift between this and that. And it's very much possible. Okay. So I want you to do this. Now here, done. Okay. So you can even add these smaller shapes inside. There's a small rectangle here. There is another window here. See, go crazy, guys. You don't have to exactly follow the same window or the same thing that I'm doing. Just try it, make it a little individualistic if you want to. Feel free, because at this point, you already have most of what it is needed to the drawing, and you can add that more. So here you can add this division here also. See, there is a rectangular and a triangle. The basic shape of the castle is a rectangle and a triangle. you can add those shapes here. On this side also, you can add those rectangle and the triangle. See? Okay. This is your part number 3. So basically, this shaft that we had, I'll just revise these steps once more. I divided into two portions of a square and a rectangle. The square portion, I made it a little thick on the side, so I can just get that extra, that drum feeling. And in this rectangular, I made this division, this horizontal division, this horizontal strip, which is what this is, and center windows. Okay. So once you do this part, comment in 3. This is just 3. 3. Yes, the number 3. So I know that everyone is now on the same page with me. Okay, if you want me to wait, I'll just wait. Please utilize this time and complete the drawing. Let's go, right? Let's go. Almost there. Almost there. Hold in there. Hang in there. Almost. We are almost at the towards end. Okay. So now I'm going to make the roof. So here I have this. See, here I want you to pay closer attention because it's a little bit of complicated detailing that's coming here. So on this triangular portion, you can see that there is a part where the triangle and the rectangular shaft of the tower, they meet. I want you to cut it there. That is the cutting point for the roof. See where this rectangular shaft and the triangle meet, and you can just complete this shape. This is the top portion. All this steps till 3 is complete, right? Look at it. It's beauty that's coming, that's developing on the paper. So you can just combine, you can just, darken this portion and just make this division where the rectangle and the triangle meet, because that is a portion of the roof. Next, what I want you to do is that this roof, I want you to just make a small division like this, and you can complete the shape like by probably adding a little curve or making it longer or thinner, or just even if you draw a perfect triangle also, it's all right. The curve I'm just adding as a modification as seen in the picture, just curving up the edges, or otherwise you can in fact do this. See? Okay. So first we made this intersection meet. Secondly, we made this division. Okay. Number 3, inside this, I am adding a thinner shaft. This is very important, guys. This one is thinner than everything else. A thin shaft here inside forming it, and but wait, you're not done yet. We're not done yet. Okay, we're not done. It's almost there, almost there. We're not done. You can just add a window inside this. And as for the backdrop, you can see that you have these clouds, which you can just, like how you used to draw clouds as a child. See, these 3 circles, I'll teach you how to ink them also. And now you can just form these 3 circles with this. You can do the circle in the behind it only if you want to. Otherwise, you can leave it at that. That's okay. All right. So once you do this roof portion, you have completed the drawing. You have in fact completed the entire pencil drawing. I hope I'm not going too fast. You're not overwhelmed. Let's say I'm stopping at every stage and asking you if you completed. Answer yes. Comment in so that I know that you're with me. So once you do all these 4 portions with the cloud and this, comment in I did it. Woo! Yes. Hey, please have some water, guys. We have been continuously drawing for the past 40 minutes by the time we completed this. So I want you to have some water. Keep hydrating. Circle on the top is optional because many people are not confident about drawing a perfect circle here without a compass. I'm not insisting. The problem is if you do this and you're not getting it right, it will ruin the entire drawing. So, it's optional, the circle. Okay. Yes, I did it. I did it. Don't you feel proud? How are you feeling? You, in fact, did this in what, 30, 35 minutes? This is a fantasy comic level art that you did in this time. So I want you to turn on your cameras. Show me, hold your sketchbook and show me. This is a way I can have a look at your work. Let's go. Vibha, Aditi is sitting with her grandfather. Very sweet. Yes. How about you? Did you also draw? Did you also draw, sir? Aditi's grandfather? Kavita, let's see. Yes, beautiful ratio. Okay, so I have a small suggestion. Here in this shape, okay, did you modify it intentionally or did you keep it, I can see that the top shaft is wide and bottom. Did you modify it intentionally? This portion. Then no problem. If you modified it intentionally, no problem. Otherwise, I just noticed that, okay, nice. Nice. See, you can keep on adding your, you can keep adding on to this. Yes, I can see. Okay, superb. So your name, I think it must be, I'm assuming it must be Amrita, considering UM. What is your name?
Wait. Utkarsha.
Okay.
I used my initials actually. I
Yes,
don't have money,
yes.
so I shorten it as a UM.
Yes, super brilliant. I love it. See, you can see all the shapes that's coming, the top, the rectangle, and amazing. Let's have a look at some more of you, Kavita G. I like it. Nice. See, nice and full. The drawing is filling the paper. You can see that even though it's the same drawing, every person has brought the uniqueness. I like how you added 3 windows on the top. That is very nice. Maybe the window in the center also, you can make it 3. You can add a little bit more organization around it. You can actually, just add some more creativity into the windows. Okay. Let's have a look at some more. Preeta, beautiful work. Sonam, Bindu SR, amazing work. Rini, Sonali, Disha Gupta, amazing here. Swapna, Shanti. Let's see. Aditi is there. Vibha, Radhika, Priya, Sindhuja, Prachi, Prerna, AWE. I think must be Aussie. I don't know. Prerna, Suganya, Sonia, Kanwal, Peena, beautiful. Swarna, Vimal. Okay, Kusum, nice. I'm really trying to see if there is anywhere I can bring a correction, but all of you are doing it so well that it's hard for me to even tell. Pallavi, Mihika, JC, Rainbow Healer, Beenal, Lavanya, Gargi. Beautiful guys, amazing. Lovely. I am actually trying really hard to find if I can bring any correction to anyone, but there's nothing that I can do here. You guys are doing extremely well. If I did not call anyone's name out, please don't feel bad. I will, what do you say? We will certainly have a more personal interactive session in the end. Okay, great. Done? Yes. Now, I want you to just take a moment and answer these questions. You can sip on water or whatever. You can have water. You can bring little corrections to the drawing if you want. If you think any part is not up to mark, you can do that. Okay. Answer yes or no. Answer yes or no. Let's do a very quick survey. Number 1. Just give me a minute. Okay, so I just want you to comment in. I want you to comment in Y or N. Okay, I just want you to comment in Y or N. All right, so comment in Y. If it's yes, comment in N if it's no. Have you tried doing learning art before, but it was not as successful? Y or N? Quickly comment in. Number 2. Do you often find yourself stressed? This is purely for you, for your analysis. And I want you to evaluate it. Remember the first step that I told you, starting with evaluation in order to learn. Do you often find yourself stressed and worried about work, kids, relationship, everything that's going on in your life? Yes or no? Number 3, you are someone who's doing self-practice here and there, but struggle to maintain consistency. Yes or no? Here and there, you watch YouTube videos. Maybe you attend a course, but you are not able to complete it. Maybe you like to do it, but you struggle to find time. You're not able to keep any regular practice. And as a result of it, you're frustrated. You're stuck on the same loop. Number 4, you have a burning desire to learn art, but don't know where to begin. That it's, you really, really want to do it. You want to try, but you're just confused. There's so much information out there. For the first time in human history, we are living in an age where the problem is not lack of information or lack of accessibility of information. There is too much information. So as a result of it, it's a decision paralysis. You go to YouTube, you start how to learn to draw, how to learn art. You see 2-minute tutorials, and then we just don't know where to go. And most of it seems generic. You're not making progress. You don't know what to do. Yes, it's very interesting times that we are living in. Okay. So in order for me to learn all of this, it took me a long time. In fact, I started my craze for art started mostly when I was in college, and I started posting every day on Instagram, sharing. I would draw every day. In fact, even before the time of the exams, I would just sit, draw, and as a result, I flunked in all the papers. And then finally, at the final year, I decided that I can't take this pressure of wanting to complete a degree that I don't want in the meantime, where my heart lies elsewhere. So I made the crazy decision to jump out of college and start teaching art on my own, so that I can actually share what I learned in this time, the self-realization that I got, the joy that I attained, everything. It took me 7 years and lots of practice time and lots of misadventures to learn it. But here you don't have to do any of it. It's all going to be easy for you. And that is my mission, that I want to learn. I want to share what we have learned, what I've learned, what has given me joy in a way that's easy for you. Let's go. Yes. Okay. So now I'm going to start with the next part, the second part. The second part here is we are now going to start, the last of the final stages, when we're going to start inking in it. Okay. You can use any pens that you want. A gel pen, ball pen. I would prefer a gel pen because they have a much more smoother ink. You can use an ink pen. Fine liners are the best. If you're using a fine liner pen, use a 01 tip. Or use any pen that has a smooth flowing ink. You can use any colors, green, red, brown, blue. Use any colors. Okay. I'll just try sketching with a blue pen and see how it goes. So you can use anything, any drawing that you want. Any ink that you want. And you can just start from a place. Start from any point. I will start from the bottom like I did earlier. And over these shapes that you do, I want you to quickly draw over them. Don't think about the hatching, don't think about the inking, don't think about the details. Outside, I want you to very quickly just make them. And this should not take any time because literally over what you've drawn, you're adding them. Okay. Next, again over this. See here, there is no hack or shortcut. Only thing that I had to tell you is that when you make lines with pencil, I had previously told you not to do like this and draw more continuously. But with pencil, you still had an option. Maybe some of you, just forgot to do it. But with pen, if you start doing like this, it will start looking very shabby. So your pen lines has to be continuous. See, if I want to draw one shape, continuous, continuous. Don't do this because it will just look very scratchy. Okay. So again, over this tower, just pull it slowly so that you can get the smoothness. If you go too fast, it's just going to get all scratchy. So over this, and just add them. And let's do this here. Slowly. See, complete a line. Basically over what you had drawn, I want you to so that's done. See, over this, you can actually make it longer. You can make it longer. See, just pull it. You can even draw these windows inside these shapes that you're drawn. Just over what you've drawn already, you can make it. And you need not make every single line perfect as perfect. You can actually make it a little irregular. That adds beauty to it. Okay. Let's even add these wine here. Over this. Get a little free flowing, let your hands go, move it. Don't feel stuck. Just move the hands as freely as you can. Okay. I'll just quickly wait for you. Please comment in I if you finished all of this. Use any pen, like I said, blue, red, green, any pen is fine. Okay. Want to ensure that you've all done. You're all able to keep up. We'll be adding some details into this now. So how to draw the clouds? I'll just quickly show you. See, please pay close attention. Outside of this, you can, number one, make one curl here. Make as many curls as necessary on the top. You can make it small, big, make these curls. Then at the bottom, just add one long line. See, you don't have to do it like 3 or 4. The thing that I'm telling you is that earlier, when you used to draw clouds as a child, you will be drawing clouds, but everything is going to look the same. But instead, I'm telling you, make the top add bubbles, but make the bubbles different. Big, small, like that. I just want to make it different. And then the bottom, make it a long line like this. That is how you can get this. Okay. Just play around with the shapes. See what works for you, what doesn't. Done? Because now I'm going to get into the detailing of the drawing. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's go. So after you made the entire drawing, don't yet erase off the parts because you can erase it in the end. Let's start by adding in these shades and hatches. So for this, primarily, we're going to use two things. We're going to basically use 3 different kinds of strokes in this. The number one common mistake that I have observed when someone is trying to shade with pen is shading it light pencil like this. This does not look good. It only makes the drawing look scratchy. But instead, we are going to follow it up with lines or hatches. On a separate piece of paper, I just want you to put a few close lines parallel like this. See? Straight parallel lines like this. I just want you to place that. If you place these lines closer, they appear darker. If you place them further, they appear lighter. Right? So we're going to use a combination of these. First number of kind of stroke that we're going to do is inside these vines. I just want you to place parallel lines close together like this. See, once you complete one set, over that draw the second set. You can draw the lines from the bottom to the top or from the top to the bottom. Change the direction as the vine twists. See? Here it's twisting, so I'm changing the direction. Keep them close, keep them uniform and make them go. So here I'll show you here. Bhairavi, I will certainly be telling you how you can learn more with me. Okay. Thank you so much. So here, I want you to, inside this, I just want you to place these lines like this. See? Now I finished one set. Over that, add the next set. I'm just going to zoom in slightly so you can have a closer look at what I'm drawing. Please don't mind the rest of the drawing is not visible because that is not really needed. See? Thank you so much, Bhairavi. Have this place also, I'll show you. I can even start from the top. Notice as this turns, the general direction of my lines are also turning. Keep them very close to each other. See? are basically following the shape. And you're shading with these straight parallel lines that you're going to place close together. This, if you simply focus and do it, it's an extremely therapeutic experience. See, straight parallel lines, just bring them. Detach yourself from everything else. You're almost there, and I just want you to focus on making these parallel lines. You get that? Same for this. See? Straight parallel lines. Relax into the moment. Please don't hold your breath as you do this. Are you holding your breath? Breathe regularly. Breathe with ease. Pay attention to these lines and simply move the hand. You will see it almost feel like a weight is being lifted off your head. That is exactly what being de-stressed is all about. Here, as I go up, I can draw increasingly lesser lines. Here I can draw only one line. Here two. Here I can draw as many lot of lines. See? Group one. Please go at your pace. Don't feel compelled to increase the speed just for the sake of keeping up with me. This is supposed to be a learning experience for you and not a flexing experience for me. I want you to focus purely on what you can get it. Don't worry too much about the outcome. Simply pay attention to the process. Trust it and it will follow. I have placed these 4 lines and the pattern is the same. It is almost like you're enjoying a coloring book. Like you're enjoying a coloring book. Done? I am using a art gel. I'm using an art gel pen. It's a gel pen, blue gel pen. You can use a black, green, or a fine liner pen, ink pen, whatever works for you. Okay. Done? Yes? Comment in yes if you did it. Then I can show you how you can do the second kind of stroke, which we are going to basically fill the roof with. Okay. The roof, I don't want you to, we will be doing something very similar, but I want you to just pay attention to one thing. The shape of the roof diverges in 2 directions. The shape of the roof diverges to the left and to the right. So in such a scenario, if you try placing just parallel lines, what will happen is it will, see, then this area is there, you wouldn't know what to do. Here, what I want you to do is towards the left, I want your lines to go on the left like this. Towards the right, I want your lines to go on the right like this. And then keep on drawing them. See, make it a little more towards the center. Towards the right, it's again diverging. And don't keep them as one continuous line. You can make them as smaller parts. See, just to get that feeling of the roof. See, more straight, little more diverging towards the right, little more divergence, and here. And make them into, divide them into smaller parts, 3 smaller parts. See that? You can cover it up and you can do it. See? 2 lines, 3 lines. Yeah, Niti, that's up to you. Notice the difference is both are more or less the same, but you're just, bringing the change in direction and breaking it into smaller shapes. Same thing on the top also you can do. So I will show you in my drawing here. Again, once again, I'm keeping the focus more towards this, and just on the sides I'm showing for your reference. Here, see, small lines you're doing it. In fact, if you want to, you can even draw these just pencil lines quickly to just show division. It's not really needed, but if you find the need, you can use whatever improvisation techniques to complete the drawing. See, inside this, you can just do it. So just very carefully and very quickly. You can divide into 2 or 3 divisions, okay? Along the center, it is towards the center. Along the right, it is moving more towards the right. I'm drawing it as sets of 3 or 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And observe, watch. See, this is all about your coordination. I want you to be involved. I don't want any one of you to rush through the drawing. I want you to be fully involved in the process. Because only if you're involved are you going to get it. If you are in a rush to complete, just finish, have lunch, then your lines are going to go all over the place. But if you pay close attention, if you're present, you will see that you will be able to get right. It's all about bringing your presence. You can make more than 2, 3, as many lines as you want, okay? Combination as you want. See here on this also, I'm doing the same. Small, small lines and just filling it up. And wow, voila, I love it. Just towards the end, in order to just get that final touch, you can even add a little bit of roughness on the sides. You just experiment, bring a little bit of roughness towards the sides, make it a little bit of chaotic, adding that texture. And that's your roof. Getting it? Yes. Pay attention to each individual line as you do it. I'm now going to work on the base, adding some details along the base. Okay, I hope you're ready. Yes, I hope you're ready. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now here, pay attention to this. In this, I'm not going to draw the conventional straight lines. Why? Because this is curved. It has curved edges. So for a curved edge surface, how you should be approaching them is not with straight lines, but using curved lines that you're just placing at random places. See, on the edges, curve your lines. You're doing the same hatches, but you're giving it a new twist of adding curves. This is a different style of stroke making. You're giving it a twist of adding curves. See that? So have fun with this. There is no rule as to you should do it here or there. I will simply say choose the sides and add more parallel effects to the sides. If, for example, this is a side. Keep the lines parallel, but make them curved. Don't fill them. Leave the center portions all empty, because if you fill it, it's going to look very dirty. You just want to work on these sides, add a little bit of this effect. See? Just along the sides, I'm placing a few parallel lines. You can place a row of 3 or 4 lines, 2 lines, even maybe 5 lines. Just find a rhythm that you're going to work. And please pay attention, keep it on the sides. On the left side, you can curve it according to this. According to how the shape will curve, just form them. That's just it. Okay. See? Just along the sides, you're placing them. Yes. These are all effects that you can add to your drawing. So done. I'll wait for you. In the meantime, you can keep on adding some more subtle effects. See, just add a few basic lines, and then if you want to darken, work more along these edges. Work more along these edges and you'll be able to get it. Work more along these edges. What about the top? Yes, that's exactly what you're going to work on. You're not going to work on this. So along the top also you can do the same effect that you did. Along the top clouds also you can actually fill it up. Let's just do it together. Real quick. See, along these edges, same technique, guys. I'm just placing these curved lines along these sides. Same technique. You don't want to saturate it. The trick is to keep the lines closer towards the sides, and it's almost like you're forcing an extra outline, forcing a few extra outlines into it. If you try to overdo it, then it'll all go out of hand. You can do it. To just add an effect, you can just add a few V's. I'll just add a nice effect on the sky. You can do that. Okay. Done, guys. Now all that we have left is to work on the center tower. You can start doing the tower with these center pieces, which I'll first add. So if you've done windows, given the windows a top like how I have, or added these spirals, you can keep on doing like how you did it here. Parallel lines in close proximity, just arranging them one above another. And slowly create them and make them. Okay, done. That's a basic step for you. Secondly, we can work inside it. See, within this, there is this rectangular strip that you'll be seeing here. I want you to, just inside this, you can just place these smaller lines. So it'll almost feel like you're adding a effect, a building construction effect. Parallel lines. See? I am substantially changing from the original, but yet keeping the essence there. You see these windows here? we are going to now shade inside these windows. So inside these windows, wherever you want to show, because see, inside the windows, you want to understand that it is pitch black, it is dark, pure dark. So there's no light coming in there. Hence, inside these windows, you're just going to shade the pen by, just shading them like how you would shade with pencil, just really darkening them. Use it sparingly only to show areas that are purely dark. See? While these have a texture, you understand, everything has a texture. Everything we see, from my hand to the table to the pen, paper, everything has a texture. Now, when I'm making strokes like this, I am really emphasizing and bringing out its texture. Whereas, if you are shading like this, you are emphasizing on its darkness. You're really emphasizing on its tone and how dark it is. So whatever windows you want to place, wherever you want to shade that, you can do that. You can complete this overall thing until just these minute detailings inside the building is all that you are left with. Okay. And you're now about to do the final step. Okay. So you can, if you want, if you have made the moon, leave it blank because you don't want to saturate it. If you want, you can put dots. See, there are two ways. You can either leave the moon blank or you can put dots inside the moon, like these small dots. You can do that. Okay, Akshada. So now here inside the building, in order to just create that building effect, you can create this small effect of bricks that is just, just place these small rectangles here and there at random places. Like, you don't have to be very regular about it. Just keep it very random. At random places, I just want you to put these small rectangles. There are ways you can add detailed texture into it, but I'm not going to get into those details now. You just want to create that effect of thing. But yet even this, you will see, will add an effect. This is from Castle, inspired by Tangled, the Pixar film, Disney film Tangled. Okay. So just you can place this. See, basically so far what you have done is strokes and this. So here I'm just creating I'm not putting my typical hatching, but I'm just putting this textures of bricks with pen because that is what is needed. So you can place these. Don't just, don't make it too much, but here and there just place a little until you get this right. Okay. Let's add a final finishing touches of a few birds here and there. Just add a few birds, just add life. And next to it, you can just place a few, just a few dots as if something is growing out of it and you just trembling. Let's add a few of these effects here and there. These are like the last touches, and feel free to experiment. Feel free to do it. That's it. So the cloud part, yes. So don't worry. I will be offering feedback on all of your drawings. Please don't leave the call yet because I'm going to give you feedback and I'm going to offer you so much more bonuses. So please stay back. Yes. Few more steps here. Okay, almost there. I just want you to sign your name, number one. I use the sign name Soul. And I love this step where basically the pencil line that you've drawn earlier, it's no longer necessary. Guess what? You can erase them. I love this portion where you erase off the pencil marks inside the drawing. It's a cathartic release. It's almost like you're purifying the drawing. And you are going to see the final thing. So if you want to do the moon, we can do. I am not so much for it, nor am I against it. If you want to do the moon, you can draw a circle. So here, just draw a circle behind, that's it. Just draw a circle behind and see how it's going to come. So if you are struggling to place an exact circle, so you can keep it symmetrical. One thing is around this line, you can keep it symmetrical. You can move your hands in the form of shape of arcs until you get it. Or you can use something circular to get that shape. So just move in the form of arcs until you're able to get it. And if you have that, and erase the pencil marks inside the drawing. Lovely. Yes. Yes, guys. That's it. How did it come for you? How many of you love what you just made? Comment in ILI. I love it. ILI. Only Mihir and Atira loves it. How about the others? Sri Lakshmi, Akshata, Meetal, Pallavi, Dhara, Neetu, Lavanya, Sonam, Utkarsha. You love it. Right? Incredible. Love, 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 and only love. Brilliant. Yes. I would love to have a look at what you also made. So I want you to do this. I will open the WhatsApp chat room, the group Art for De-Stress, okay? I'll quickly open the chat room. I want you to quickly take a photograph from the top and share it. Share it in the group, Art for De-Stress, that group there is there. Or if you're part of other groups, you can share that there also. Just very quickly, just share your work and I would love to see what you did. I'll give you feedback. I can also give you much more detailed feedback this way. Very quickly. Okay. Yes. Share your work. Share your work. Don't leave yet. Nice. Okay. Can see some. I can see the group is really filling up. Nice. Let me just quickly go through. Please, guys, drop your quickly have a look at 3 to 4 drawings. Just give me a moment as I draw it. You can even share photos of you holding the drawing. That'll be perfectly all right. Okay. All right. So just pay close attention as I'm about to review some of your work. Okay. So can you see? Do you see your drawings here? Yes. So you can just share it in the WhatsApp group. That's it. Okay. I'll have a detailed look later, but here I want you to pay close attention as I review some of your drawings. So firstly, let's talk about this. Here there is pencil work and the inking has not been done. So how you can actually correct? If this is the case, I'll just revise through the inking portion. One thing is that you can look at these buildings and fill this with more of these parallel strokes that you're putting together in close succession. So in this way, you will be able to create beautiful results for this. Please remember to keep it wide at the bottom so that you can actually have it, and change the direction of your lines as this flows. Make it thin on the top, thick at the bottom. Inside, I want you to place these curved lines which are focusing on the edges. Okay. More on the edges, you can put rows of 2 or 3 lines. More along the edges, 2 or 3 areas. And then you can do the same for the clouds also. So you just make it on the top, and to give it more appealing, just you can extend it the bottom like this. Here the top, and then the bottom is extended. And inside the building here, you're going to add this patterns, just like how it's done here. Here it's more or less symmetrical. You can make it a little more irregular than this. And here also, in this one, the challenge that I'm seeing is that the curves, see, you need more conviction when you're putting these lines. Don't just, just on the edge, just go there. I love the effort on every other area. Here, have some more conviction for the clouds. Make the lines deliberately longer. Make it more curved. Fill the sides. If you're someone who just plays these small lines here, don't make them look like grass. Draw with more conviction so that these curves and these lines are really coming in there. Okay. Make these. And inside this also, make it more random. What I meant is, here everything is very predictable. I can exactly say where what is coming. Why not just add one thing that is slightly big inside? Or maybe why not add a little more rows of smaller lines here? This is out because, see, the reason why I'm telling you to do this is you want to show something out of a fairy tale that is constructed during ancient times. And ancient constructions, most of the time, in order to show that rustic feel, you want to show that it's a little dilapidated. And for that reason, if you actually make these a little random and chaotic instead, you will be able to very well achieve that feel into it. Okay. What's up in the de-stress group? Yes. Don't feel bad if I'm not giving personal attention to each one of your artworks. It's not possible, but here after having a look, I understood these are the common mistakes and this is what you're getting. And by the way, this is the kind of feedback and review that I give for each one of my master classes. Giving you a sample of that. And here, of course, you can, work with more convictions. You make it longer, make it here. This is really cool. I love this. I love how this pattern is done. This is more or less has been done very well. You can add some more of these sides and these edges. And, you can change the concentration of the birds. Just play around with this. Add some more of these effects into this so that they really, that it's splattered, it's sprayed. You can really have that. And for this one, see, make that feel come, like really make it thick. Notice the shape. You don't have to fill this. Right now, if you fill this, this will start looking like jigsaw puzzles. But instead, you want to keep something that is, see, half filled like this. Because if you fill it, it'll look like jigsaw puzzles and you'll have to do it. But if you instead make it half filled, you will have more freedom to work around with this. Make it thicker and really, just play around with the shapes. I love how this effect has been made. This is really beautiful. This effect of stones. You can in fact fill this portion also with this. Mostly my tip will be to keep it along the edges. And keep these rocks and everything here. I can see a lot of experimentation has done on this. You can even add a few experimentation with the tiles. And you can just play around with them, really working them out. Add the moon, like change the position, add this length for the clouds. See, these are some of the common mistakes. You can add the length, the shape, play around with what's inside this. This is an area you can actually be really creative in terms of the windows, in terms of the rocks and everything. You can really, really work on this. Superb. How many of you are getting immense clarity? Immense clarity. Comment in clear. 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 Clarity. Clarity is a value that I absolutely worship. Clarity. Yes. Let's have some water. Even if you were to draw the other one, you can also follow similar principles. So if you were to draw the astronaut, how will you do that? If you were to draw this, similarly, you can use this lines, divisions. You can form the basic shapes here. See, rectangle. There is a shape of circle for the head. There is a shape for oval for the legs. And then, of course, for these hands, it's a combination of rectangles. You see that? Then there is about the division, some, how big an oval needs to be, the proportions. If we were doing this, this is how we would have also gone with this. At the end of the day, please remember the 4-step process: guidelines, bigger shapes, basic shapes, detailed shapes, and final detail. Okay? Brilliant. Now, how many of you here? Superb. So, JC, I'll give a feedback. I'll give we'll have a more proper Q&A in the end. I'll be answering all your questions. How many of you here want to go or with me, want to take this journey further with me? Comment in I, because the remaining portion is for you. Yes, Aishwarya, Sonam, Riya, Suganya, Mitali, Anshul. Yes, I. How many of you would like more detailed classes with me? What if I told you that you could sit here with me on every Sunday morning like this from the coming month? Sunday morning 10 a.m. And we're not just going to cover the basics, we're going to go detail. How many of you would like that? Say I. Because the remaining of the session is for you people. Yes? Okay. Let's quickly revise through the questions that I had previously asked. Remember the 4 questions that I asked? Number 1, you tried doing art, but you're not as successful. Number 2, you often find yourself stressed. How many of you found this workshop immensely de-stressing? That, for a moment as you did this, oof, it's like weight has been released on my head and you're feeling this lightness. You're trying to learn, but it's just not happening. Maybe you get it, enter a session in and out here, it's just not working out. You're confused, you don't know where to start, and you often decide to give up. Well, that's how I also started. It was not easy for me. I already told you about how I had to drop out of college because I was just fixated on figuring this out. I did the hard work of going through all the information that's available, learning it, concising it, and what you saw today was a concise version of it. There is so much more that I can offer. In fact, what you saw here is just the tip of the iceberg. You don't have to spend 7 years with me. I mean, you don't have to spend 5, 10, nothing. 1 year, nothing. How many of you here are ready to spend the next 1 month sitting with me like this on Sundays? October's 1 month. You're going to sit like this with me and you're going to keep learning. Say I. Give me 1 month. You can give me 1 month of your time. How many of you give me 1 month of your time? Yes, Damini, SMB. Yes. So many people came with us trusting this, and they've all gone with such fantastic, as you can see that there is this great family bonding, mostly working women, and everyone here are working professionals. See, we often have this thing that I don't have time because I'm busy, I'm stressed. In fact, it is when because you are too busy, you need to give yourself time to actively take care of yourself, like de-stressing through art. Since I started teaching in 2020, I've helped transform numerous students. I've done a art masterclass more or less every single month. Portraits, landscapes. In the starting of the class, many of you said you wanted to learn portraits. Many of you wanted to learn families. What is it that you always wanted to learn? Comment in right now. Sceneries. Some of you wanted to learn monuments. Many people came with all of that, and they've all had been able to fulfill their dreams and go. In fact, many people have learned from me to become great teachers themselves. The very first thing that I want to tell you is that for all of you here, I'm presenting to you the ultimate October masterclass. What if I told you that for the next entire month of October, every Sundays, I will be spending time with you and helping you overcome all your art doubts, and will be covering through the basics to advanced to everything that there is to learn in this. How many of you would like that? Say aye. In this masterclass, we are going to meet on every Sundays. We will be having detailed feedback sessions. In fact, more detailed feedback, like I said. You just saw that I took a drawing, I took a printout of it, I drew over it, and we'll be going like that for literally everyone in these masterclasses. We are not only going to go really detailed and challenge ourselves, we'll also go have feedback, and there is so much learning that's going to happen. The first week, we'll be learning about the basics. You learned some of the fundamentals of hatching, such as pens, but we are going to go more detail. We're going to learn about cross hatching. We're going to learn how you can really use the medium of ink and create a lot of stunning and beautiful effects. And by then, you're going to have a beautiful sketchbook. Week number 2 is going to be all about creating textures and effects. All of these, except for this puppy, is my student works. In fact, many of you might have seen. How many of you came seeing the ads? Many of you might have seen, joined in seeing this drawing. This is by me, but rest everything are by my students. So you learn how to create all these stunning effects of dragons, scales, birds, all these animal textures, and every single detail in buildings. That's what is going to be covered in week number 2. Week number 3 is going to be about human anatomy. We are going to learn about basics, proportions. How many of you here want to learn about human figures? Comment in heads F. Because learning to draw human figures, all of these are student works. Learning about human figures, you need to understand some fundamentals such as the proportions. You need to understand the anatomy. You need to be able to learn all of this. Once you get it, it's very much possible. And if you think this is too much, let me tell you, it could not get any simpler. In the starting of the class, we saw drawing and you thought it was complex. We did it. And that's how it's all going to go. Week 4 and week 5, we are again going to go in deep. We are really going to cover the details of each of these aspects. We're going to learn some advanced techniques. And every Sunday, we are going to have. You'll also have a place to exhibit your artworks. You'll be getting bonus certificates and so much more. What we are going to be learning today in this masterclass is the summation of what I learned. And it's a lot of techniques that we're going to learn in 1 month. And it's really difficult for me to put a value of it. We form these really close bonding with all our students. People come, we even hold one-to-one calls to understand how their experience was. And it's really hard for me to put a value on transformation, on the transformation that I'm offering. I mean, see, look at this. Imagine this. Imagine if you could do this. How many of you think this is a wow? And this came as a result of one of the transformation boot camps that we held. Look at this. When we did a Harry Potter themed class, in fact, there is a class in which Sinchari first came. This happened, and so much more. Or you can be like Alka, who is a professional, who is working in an IT company, and she constantly faced this anxiety due to work pressure, the constant demand of work. She came through the practice of art. She was also had to undergo therapy due to the stress. Her healing journey got improved. She got more focus on work. She started having a more optimistic view on life. It's really hard for me to put a value on everything that I offer. But if I had to put a price tag on it, the live masterclass, I will be valuing it at rupees 9,999. But remember, these are things that I learned by spending over 10,000 hours of practice. So it's literally basically for free. Number 1, how many of you would like this? Say IWI, I want it. Number 2, remember when we started, many of you said that you want to learn portraits, you want to learn sceneries, you want to learn to draw monuments. Many of you said you wanted to learn to draw yourself, your family portrait. Yes? Second, the second offer that I want to extend for you, and second that you're going to get along with this is when you join in for next month mentorship with me is you are going to get complimentary access along with the masterclass on pre-recorded sessions of all these 3 masterclasses. In the 1 month portrait masterclass, you'll be learning about proportions, eyes, face. In fact, you will be having bonus videos on Modi ji. There's going to be so much more that you're going to get. In the 1 month perspective drawing masterclass, we're going to be learning about 1 point, 2 point, 3 point perspective. There is so much more details that we are going to get covered. You're going to learn to draw sceneries, buildings, cityscapes, view when you see from the top, when you're walking down the street, and every single thing. When you travel, you can really sketch. You can really sketch the places that you go, and you can have a beautiful sketchbook like the ones that I have. In the figure drawing masterclass, we are going to be learning really how to go deep into drawing the figures. We'll be learning about muscles, anatomy, proportions, and all these 3 master classes, you're going to get complimentary access to them along with what I already offered when you join in for the month-long mentorship with me. These are all the student works that people had done live in the classes on perspective drawing, on sceneries, on phases, the Vidya Balan. All of this was done, and you wouldn't believe it. These are done by complete beginners after attending a single session. The portrait drawing, one portrait after a single session. How many of you would like that? So if I had to put a value, a price tag on all these three master classes, once again, I'm faced with a great difficulty, but I will value this. I think it's fair enough to value this at 14,999 for three master classes. Yes. So far, so when you join in for a month-long mentorship with me, you're getting live masterclass worth 9,999. You're getting three self-paced courses which are together valued at 14,999. This takes it close to 25,000. Thirdly, remember you said that many of you are struggling to keep consistency. Yes. How many of you are struggling to keep consistency with practicing? That you're learning, but you're just not able to keep up. You want more accountability. You want to be in an environment where we are practicing more. Yes, so I want to introduce you to Inktober, which is an annual global art challenge that we are going to be doing. So basically, Inktober is a international challenge that we will also be doing. Basically, every day you'll be given a prompt in which you can make a drawing, a drawing that you can make under 30 minutes. This is designed to help you create consistency and your imagination. This is the prompt for this year. In fact, last year when we did the Inktober, you want to see what everyone did. Yes, because I'll show you only if you want to see what people did last time. In fact, the previous Inktober when we did it, every day we made one drawing. Every single day we made one drawing. In fact, it's loading here. You'll be getting an exhibition, a Padlet like this, where every day you'll be able to post a drawing. Many drawings are still loading, but you can see that these are all complete beginners who came, who attended the sessions, and based on the prompts we provided, the inspiration that we shared, they made these on their own. Dhoni, crab. Every single day you're going to be creating one beautiful art. It's a month of consistency and we celebrate it really good. We even offer prize winners, people who are most consistent, people who are more creative, even get special prizes and all of this. How many of you would love this? And to make it even more better, I'll also be supporting you with daily practice videos, which you can join in at your convenience. You get 30 minutes in between work, go ahead, do it. You have time in the evening, you can practice. Or are you an early riser, you can practice it. These videos are going to be there for you, and you can watch them at your convenience. No pressure of joining in at the same time every day if you are a busy professional. How many of you would love this? Additional inspiration, and the best part is you're exactly going to know what to do. So there's no sense of overwhelm, no sense of confusion. You don't have to go through any of the difficulties that I had to go through, or any of the difficulties that you've been through earlier. Yes, this consistency that you're building, this consistency is going to be the foundation for you in reaching so many places in life. And again, if for a 1 month program with me like this, the price for this level of consistency and attention that I'm going to give you, I usually offer that for those who take my one-to-one classes. And for the one-to-one classes, I typically charge 20,000. That's where the price point starts. But you're going to get that personal attention from me. This includes feedback. This includes daily accountability. This includes inspiration, follow-up, and everything. And I value it at 19,999. So far you have the art master classes for 999. You have the pre-recorded program for 14,999. You have the daily practice sessions for 19,999. Taking the total value of this mentorship, which also includes the community, which is truly priceless. Many of you told you that you find it really difficult to find inspiration. Don't you think that if you could be with a group like this, even if you were inspired when everyone was sharing their artwork, if you could be with a group like this, you're going to create so much. The total value of all of this, which includes my feedback, certificates, and everything, and bonus recording, everything comes close to a whopping 49,997. And that is nothing compared to what I have spent to learn. The time, effort that I have put into learn. I've spent 100 hours into one drawing to really break down and understand the trial and errors that I made. But for everyone who's going to make a decision today, for everyone who are going to join in today, like I told you, you don't have to spend 10,000 hours. You don't have to spend 7 years. You don't have to spend 50,000. In fact, when you decide to make a decision today to join in for my mentorship, you don't have to spend 50,000. You don't have to spend 40,000. You don't have to spend 30, which is typically the price that is charged for a class of this range. You don't have to spend 20, which is what we price for our platinum members. You don't have to spend 15, not even 10. How many of you think it's getting really, really exciting at this time? How many of you want to know the price that you want to know? Tell me if you want to join in first, because otherwise I'm just wasting my time telling you. How many of you want to join in? IWI, I want it. IWI. Yes. Tell me, because only then I can know. Afrinzia, Lavanya, Aishwarya, Reshu. Yes. You want it? Okay, super. Suvarna, because right now I want you to be ready, because I'm just going to tell you how much you're going to have to pay if you take a decision today. For those first 20 people who are going to make a decision today, you have to only pay rupees 5,000. And this includes every one of the bonuses that I mentioned. For the only price of rupees 5,000, you are going to get 1 month live masterclass with me, Sunday mornings where I'm going to sit, which includes feedback. You're going to get daily practice videos, which you can watch at your own convenience, and that is fully optional. You're going to get pre-recording sessions of 3 of my most sold out master classes, portrait drawing, because we had to purchase those courses individually to cost you 5,000. So portrait drawing, human figure drawing, 3 master classes, and you're also going to be part of the beautiful community. Platinum members don't have to pay anything. By the way, I want to just remind that platinum members, it's all for you. Yes, Ria, I have shared the link in the WhatsApp group. You can find it. Let me just, yeah. So that there is no distractions, I muted the group. You can see that the link has been shared in the group. Let me just quickly show you. After this, I will here. You can see that the link has been shared in here in the group. In order to pay, it's very simple. You can go click the link. Buy now option is there. And then you just need to book a spot. There you go. Once you hit buy now, you just need to enter your name. And you can check out. You can pay using Google Pay, debit, credit card, or anything. As soon as you pay, you'll be directed to a WhatsApp group, and then we'll be communicating further from there. So naturally you'll be having questions. Those who already are members of my platinum group, which is basically my inner community, you don't have to pay anything extra. It's all available for you. So you know, right, the value that you're going to get. So you can unmute. All of you can now unmute and you can ask me questions. So
Will it be a
Ria,
live class?
hey, hello.
Hi.
Hey,
Will
hello.
it be a live
Yes.
class, sir?
What happened?
Will it be a live class?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sorry if I did not make myself clear earlier. Let me clarify the schedule once more for you. What we are going to be having is a combination of live and pre-recorded classes. So basically, we'll be having live classes on every Sunday of October. It's only 4 because one Sunday will be a break for you to catch up. So on 4 Sundays we'll be having. So on October 1st 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. like this we'll be having, and these are all going to be detailed topics like what I showed you. So on all of these months we'll be having these classes. And then in addition also, because this is, we are also going to be helping you participate in an international art challenge. And this is optional. Like when you join in for the master class, you will also get to participate in this art challenge with us. And in order to aid you in that, we will be offering you pre-recorded videos that you can watch and you can practice. So by watching and drawing like this, and those are going to be short videos, 30 to 40-minute long videos, guided tutorials, you can watch and you can learn. So that is that. If you think that this is too much of a time commitment, try making one drawing every 3 days on these pre-recorded sessions, or try making one drawing every week, or just join in only for the Sunday masterclass, because I really uh, respect how busy everyone is going to be, and I'm keeping multiple options for you. There are people with more flexible schedules, and I'm sure that you would have the time and the bandwidth to give more yourself practice. If you practice every day and you post every day, you're going to win special prizes. What are those special prizes? I can't tell you now. But yes, you're going to really love it. Special prize include one-to-one session with me and Sari. It includes bonus free access to our inner community. It's going to be really exciting for you. I hope the schedule is clear. Yes. Please ask me your questions if you have any. One of the questions that many of you will be having. Sure.
Can
The
I call
different
after
classes.
the session is over?
What happened?
Can I call after the session is over?
Sure. Or you can ask a question here also. Okay. So Ashu, the access to the bonus master classes is going to be 1 month from the time you purchase. See, because each master class is extremely lengthy, there's going to be a lot. I would recommend that you purchase one master class, complete it, then purchase another master class and complete it. In 1 month, the access will be locked, but you can take the courses over a course of 1 year or 6 months or within this 1 month. But from the moment you first, you can unlock it. You can actually unlock it. You will be able to get it. In fact, let me show you how the bonus master classes are going to be. So when you so the bonus classes is going to be available in this format of library that I'm just about to show you. So here, every class. So here you'll be getting 3 classes like this. You're going to be getting 3 classes like this. And you can, each of these classes are going to be super detailed. For example, perspective drawing master class. So I'll go to the course and let me show you what is in this. Let's explore. So you'll see that this is exactly like a streaming service. Sony Live, Netflix. So instead of streaming for movies, you can stream art. So here this is week 1, session 1. Then here's the lesson 1 from the first week. You can simply
So, can I interrupt for 1 minute?
yeah, please.
So, as per your suggestion, we should take these 4 masterclass one by one, right?
Correct. So basically on October, we'll be having live master classes. Now, in order for you to not end up after that and leave it all together, I am also offering you these bonus master classes, which you can practice after completing the October class or in between itself when you are free. Every class, the moment you click, so once you join in, you'll be having an ability to just click on it and purchase it. And once you purchase it, which is going to be for free, the access is going to be with you for 1 month. It doesn't matter whether you do them together or whether you do them one after another.
So, how we are going to do one after, and I mean, how the payment we need to do?
Payment, no payment. Once you join, it's one-time payment now, and the rest you will have access to. You will have access to them, and you can use them as you like. Okay.
Got it.
Vimal,
And
I'm extremely sorry.
what are the
The
materials we will require for this? Will you be providing a list of the materials if anything special is needed?
yes. In fact, that's the first thing that I'm going to tell you. Once you join in, which I really hope you will, once you join in, you will be getting a complete list with all the bonus master classes, how to access them, a special tutorial on how to access them. You're going to be getting the material list, everything that you need to buy, because we'll be starting from October. And the by then, I want to ensure that you're all ready. Okay. So yes, in October, yes, and 3 monthly time bonuses. So exactly, Ash. That's exactly how it is going to be. Monthly time bonuses. So to break it down once more, the total bundle includes 4 live master classes on Sundays. It also includes 31-day recordings that is going to be shared and played for you. So you can watch them at your convenience, or you can join them during the time that we tell. And number 3 is bonus access. These 3 mentioned masterclass: portraits, perspective, and human figure drawing masterclass. That is all that you get. Now, some of the I assume that payment might not be a problem for many of you, but if you do need time, if you are interested and you need some more time to arrange for the payment, please let me know. You have my number. Just let me know so that I can I can just block your seat. Because see, we always, when we tell a number that we do it, if you joined our classes, you will see that the next time the price is going to be slightly higher. So I don't want you to pay anything extra. Okay. Yes. So you can just tell me, I'll block your seat, and then you can, pay within the next 2 or 3, next 1 or 2 days. That access is going to remain for you. That access is going to remain for you for lifelong. The videos I'm going to share for 31 days, you're going to get lifelong access to it. Okay. Vimal, please share your number so that I can know. Let's just comment in your number so that I can note it down. Okay. So Ria, note, give me your number as well. Okay. Yes. So let me answer some of the
Started Soulflow
master
in
classes.
2020. I always wanted to. I've tried, experimented in different. And out of this, and what we this is my thing. This is my goal here.
Yes.
And out of this,
9%. follows the perspective grid line. And see, as you can see, there are a lot of buildings here that of value that you have. So once again, I want to take you through everything that you will be getting. I know, right? So the fact that so many of you are asking it,
My drawing is little different
finding it truly
from
your
it.
drawing is a little different. It is
Yeah, I will show you.
that when you
Show me.
join in, show me your work if you've done. You join in today, or you're the
I will
first
finish
many
it.
people to register. You are going to get
Ah,
file master
okay.
classes.
See, I'll tell you where the difference is coming in.
Key self-paced.
So where the difference is coming in, I'll show you.
This is active.
So first, let's start one by one.
You're going to
This
get
building
daily
looks fine.
practice session.
This building looks fine. This building
Which you
also
can
looks
once
fine.
again view,
For this one, the problem is your line isn't straight.
and you have
It's
light
curved.
analysis.
So I can kind of feel that the building is slightly
Getting
curved.
all the
Otherwise, this is
Hi,
also fine.
Niranjan. I think
As for this
we
one,
can hear some audio from the background also.
You can hear audio.
Background as in, I think you were playing something. Yeah.
No, I'll tell you the thing is it's that people are unmuted, so I'll just make everyone know. And those who want to ask a question, you can unmute them once again. Now is the sound still there? I think it's just yes, I don't think the sound is still there. Okay. So yes. See, 5 people have already registered in. There's a lot of time this happens that people underestimate when I tell that this seat is available only for so many people that you're going to get. So many people underestimate it. They'll be like, he's just creating a false pressure. He, like there's just a sales strategy. They're going to tell all this. Next time they come and ask, sorry, so price increased. So if you really want to join in, I'm telling you, don't underestimate. Yes, somebody else's mic is on. Now I think it's off, right? I've muted everyone. I cannot hear any other sound that's going on. So if you already, so winner registry, no. I think you must have come for the workshop which I did sometimes back, and you purchased then, so you don't have to pay anything. It's the same workshop. October 31-day transformation. It's the same workshop. Okay. Link is not teachable. I don't understand. What do you mean by link is not teachable? Please tell me, because the link should be available for you. The link should be available for you. It's in the group. Are you not in the group? I'll just drop the link in the chat box also. Drop the link in the.
Sir, I'm in the group. I'm trying to register myself, but I can't reach the link. The link is not opening.
Okay. See, are you part of this group? Art for De-stress this group? This one,
Yes,
are you
sir.
part of this group? Okay. So I'll just copy and paste
I'm
the
part of
link.
every group. The
Every
link is, the site can't be reached. Notification is popping. The site can't be reached.
What's your name?
continue inking, continue drawing.
What's your name?
Riya Jain.
Riya.
Riya Jain, sir.
Okay. So can you
Riya,
please
Riya.
drop your number so that I can reach out to you later? Please share your number. Chat.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Vimal.
I'm just DM.
You can type it in the chat so I can copy and I can do, because after this, when I'll be getting a lot of inflow of messages and it will be difficult for me. So
Hello, excuse me. Your voice is not audible.
yeah. So were you the Riya who earlier also said that you wanted to join in? or is that another year?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was the only one. I asked you
Oh,
regarding
you
that.
asked.
And after that,
After that is that. Okay, so
yeah,
I have a number here
actually,
and I'll
my
help you.
stipend come at
Thank you so much. Thank you
sure.
so much. Okay, thank you so much. And Vimal, please share your contact also.
Sir, I have sent a message on your WhatsApp.
Okay. What? Reshu. Again, once again, Reshu, can you just type it here in the chat?
I sent a message on your WhatsApp.
Okay, I will check. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 6 people have already registered in this. Yes. So now some of you will be having doubts such as number one, it's too expensive for me, or I need some more time to raise some money. See, 5,000 is the bare minimum price that I can put on it. And you can, like if you can really be spread it out. So if you are waiting, if you're someone who's just waiting for a salary to come in 1 2 days, something, you can just let me know and I'll help you. But I cannot guarantee you. At the end of the day, it all depends on if you are one of those first people to come. Like I can only take in a limited number of students. It's in-person live classes. So you can always do it. And I think the 5,000 rupees, if you actually spread it over, it is what do you say, for over 30 days. Per day, you'll be paying 120. And I think that's the minimum that you need to put in. That's the same amount you would either spend eating out or stress shopping. So I think if art really matters for you, that's at least how much you should invest in. Secondly, too much time commitment is a concern. I mean, if you have it. I am offering you options. See here, you don't have to complete everything in 1 month. You can join it only for the Sunday live class because you came in for a Sunday morning like this at 10. It is safe to assume all of you are free at this time. So hence I'm keeping the master classes on these times. I'm not holding anything else. Sunday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. is going to be the time for these classes. Number two is that the replay links will be provided for the daily drawings. You can complete them in 1 year if you want. Do one drawing a month and take them in 3 years. So that's the flexibility that I'm offering you. You can complete them. Okay. Yes, Sonam.
So, sir, like after the master classes, like 4 classes are over, and we are not able to complete those lessons in those 4 classes, and we need some more practice. So, the master classes will be available to us, right?
So for
उनकी
that, the
recording
replay link will be
available रहेगी
available.
या वो live रहेगा?
The replay link will be available for you for 2 more weeks. For that. Because see, it is my not 2 more weeks, 10 more days. It is my firm belief that if for a class, if in a matter of 40 days you are not ready to watch 4 sessions, then you really don't want it. So I will give you some more additional time for you to catch up. You'll be getting, what do you say, until the first week of November, you'll be having access to these classes. Okay. See guys, what we are learning, what I'm sharing here is not an art program. It's an art transformation program because you're really going to see that you're going to transform yourself. You're not going to transform. It goes beyond your sketchbook. It goes beyond the paper. It goes to you. You're going to grow your confidence. You're going to grow your consistency. You're going to create. You're going to explore your creative side. For many of you must have heard of the left brain, right brain concept. For many of you, it's the right brain that's going to get activated. And this one drawing, this one session you're going to attend on Sundays. Throughout the week, you're going to experience the bliss of it. Those few moments, those 2 hours that you're really giving into it, it is going to transform you emotionally. You forget about all your worries. So that's the outline for all. And you get more clarity on working on finding a solution. So it's not any art course that I'm giving you. it's a transformation program, 1 month transformation program that you're going to do. Okay. So Afreen, you want to register for a platinum member? Let's connect. Please drop your number here in the chat, Afreen. We already have an Afreen as a platinum member. But you can please drop your. This will be cool. Okay? So I can reach out to you later. Yes. Any questions, guys? What are the questions you will be having? Please let me know. Sati, Sujan. So Dhara here, Dhara ma'am here. Me and Dhara had a very detailed conversation just a few days back, and she really wants to go deep into the class, deep into it. See, for you, you don't have to join in for this class, is what I will tell you, because when you take the mentorship, she's taking personal mentorship, and so you'll be getting access to all of it. Like it's going to be freely available for you. So you don't have to join in a group environment. That's going to be all of these bonuses are for you. Yes, Sonam, Vibha, Aditi, you are already a platinum member. So Aditi here has been taking all my art classes since 2021. Since 2021, April.
Batch
It
8.
was March, April, around that time, right? March,
Yes,
April.
yes.
So Aditi has been taking all of our classes, and she's a college student. And now after this, she's joined and she's become a platinum member, part of our NS. Basically, as a platinum member is you, rather than joining in on a month-to-month basis, for you get to access all of our live classes, and live recorded, everything you're going to get access.
So can we do on monthly basis also?
Yes, that is available on a monthly basis also. That's available on a monthly basis.
The payment part, I mean.
For the payment, but for October, it's a one-time payment only. And in fact, I will tell you in the masterclass itself, I will recommend all of you want to even be a platinum member to first join in for this October class, and you will be able to upgrade also. In between the class also, I'll be explaining to you about this, and you'll naturally have a strong desire to learn more. You can upgrade. See, because we say no to people at times. When we see that someone is not a good fit and they are just going to come in and destroy the vibe of the entire group, we say no to people. So first join in for the 1 month. Let's see if you really want it, and then we will tell you.
Sure, sir. So I would like to go to monthly one. So please share how to do that on the WhatsApp so that we can process it. I have already sent a message on your WhatsApp.
Thank you so much, Ria. Yes. So Ozzy, I will tell you. Once again, I'll tell you all the classes that are included. And this is going to be number 1 is going to be the 1 month master class. Number 1 is going to be the 1 month master class, where week after week you're going to progressively learn one topic. Week 1 is going to be setting up the basics, understanding, hatching, cross hatching. Week 2 is going to be textures, effects. We are going to be learning how we go and add a few more buildings on this, few more detailings on this building here. Vertical hatching, horizontal hatching, advanced fine techniques here. And I can add, say I can give this a different look. Feedback.
Sir, will you be teaching perspective also?
Yes, in this classes perspective also basics will be covered. For detailed perspective, you have these pre-recorded, these self-paced courses.
Got it.
Want to go detailed into it. So here these bonus courses. See that? So I'm adding a different kind of windows inside this here. Then here.
And sir, will you be giving any certificate also?
Like there's no limit to the. You get certificates also.
And will we also learn the skills to de-stress using the techniques?
Whatever you learn today is going to be 5 times more than that. 5 times more than that. Whatever you learn today is going to be 5 times more than that. So Aussie, yes. In fact, I'll just drop the PDF in the group as well.
Sir, I have not got the soul book PDF.
You filled the feedback form, right?
I have already done it twice, but
So we will share it. We are actually processing. So we'll look through the feedback and then we will share it. Don't worry. But you'll get it. Even if you gave a what do you say, good review or bad review, you'll get it.
Sure, sir. And have you checked the WhatsApp message?
I will check. I will check. Right now, let me attend to all the questions that we will be having.
Sure,
And
sir.
then we will. And after that, I will reach out to you. Yes. So Preeta, you're already a platinum member, so there's nothing more that you have to register into. So it's all Kavalji, Harsh, Lavanya, Vinuta, Utkarsha. Any questions that you have, please ask, guys. Let me know what's stopping you back. Because see, if you are staying back here until this point, then I know that there is a really strong desire for you to learn. There is this really strong that I want to do this, but yet there is just something that is stopping you from making that decision. So please tell me what it is so that I can help you. Please, you can unmute and you can tell me so that I can help you. I really want to see if there is anything at all that I can do. I will share. Don't worry, Aditi, that form your friend will also do. Yes. Okay, then. Any doubts? Any questions? Super. You can ask your art related doubts, anything that you have. I'm here. Nothing else? So look into it. I really look forward to seeing you. We will catch up once again. For everyone who's joined in, thank you so much. I'll be reaching out to you, and you're going to have an amazing journey together. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It is amazing. Bye. Thank you so much.